I don't know, no peace. I'm not really sure. It's one of those mornings. It's 5:45 a.m. and I just woke up and I feel blue. And it has nothing to do with the song. I'm blue, da, da, dee, da. Although that was my favorite song, it is. I feel blue. Nobody please judge me on why I still have eyeshadow on and why I didn't use makeup remover. No, I don't have a big nose, and this is what I look like when I get up. Why do I have this on? I don't know, because my neck and shoulders are cramped up. Um, is it cold in here? For some reason, I don't feel that it's cold. I think the heat is on the whole house, I think. But, I mean, the fireplace is off because, hey, sometimes it gets so hot in here, I'm just having panic attacks from the heat. So I don't know. That's one. Two, I'm feeling blue this morning. It kind of started yesterday, to be honest with you. I went to physio, but I didn't get to physio. I went to physio, but I didn't get to physio. You know what I mean? So apparently, I maxed out 1,000 of um, benefits that I'm on, whatever you want to call it, my benefit, someone else's benefit, etc. I did not buy my own benefit because it's like $170 a month. But I have my other benefits, which to some it might be like awkward and embarrassing, and to some it's not at all. I don't even understand why we even have to have this conversation. It's like laughing at somebody that has a wheelchair. Why aren't you walking? You're in a wheelchair. Well, why are you in a wheelchair? So, I mean, we don't do that when we physically see people. So, why do we literally make fun, or why do we feel bad? Like, I've always thought uh, being in like work disability was humiliating, or being in any type of off like work duty type of disability was embarrassing. So it's traumatic because I mean the ego was on fleek. I mean, I couldn't even like touch a card or like be around it unless it involved me being forced into it by someone or something. So literally, I've been feeling blue since yesterday, and that's one thing. Um, I forgot to go on my phone. I forgot to kind of like not let that happen, but I did, which is really not good. I was in the same nice office around the same nice people. They were kind of weird too, but it could have just been like the whole energy in the room. But yeah, I went to physio, but I didn't get to physio because it wasn't my appointment, and I was just there for moral support. And I don't know. So I'm hoping to get like physio because I don't know how this winter's gonna work out. Um, if I don't do physio, I just don't get up and do physio. I mean, finally we put the picture on the wall, but I still didn't make any effort to do the physio that I was supposed to at home, because there comes a point where you end up having to do it at home because it's not unlimited on whether work benefits or any type of benefits. I don't think it's unlimited. Um, Not at least for work benefits or, uh, you know, special people benefits. I don't know, you whatever you want to call it. Because hey, literally, I've worked all my life and I've paid for my own things. Just want to let everybody know. Um, so yeah, just feeling blue and didn't get to physio yesterday. Um, and I was avoiding doing this shopping haul because all I could think about was it's just why should I do this shopping haul? I'm so pissed off. Not to mention my traumatic evening that ended in a traumatic. It didn't end in a traumatic way. Thank God. Somehow I've always turned it around. I don't know if it has to do with the garage doors or the actual outside. Not to say outside, all some but not all. I don't know what it had to do with, but let's just cigarettes helped, talk therapy helped, cursing, profanity, and just I guess losing your cool when you're at home is better than in public. because nobody else can take control of it and make it into something bigger, where if you're in your own like facility and environment around the right people, I guess you can actually, that being me, that would, you can actually control yourself from past experiences of any situation that might be like a minor, tiny like situation that could be like stretched into something bigger than it really should be. So, hello, hi, how are you people? I just got up, so I can't talk to all of you right now. So, I didn't really do my blog yesterday because I was just like, why? I didn't get to physio, you know? And then I was like, why didn't I shave my legs? And then I was like, why was that person sitting in front of me? And why do I keep crossing my leg this way, then crossing my leg that way? Like, I notice things. I notice things as in, it doesn't even make sense what I'm noticing. I don't even understand. And then, you know, if I think I do, then I'm just like, I don't get it though. Like, I don't get it. You know, it's confusing. So, it was a bit odd. I didn't get to. Good thing was I didn't have any coffee. So I mean, I am getting my sleep. I went to bed. Okay, last night was 11:51, 12 o'clock, whatever. It was 9 p.m. But um, you know, I got about 8 hours of sleep, right? 12 to 6. That's about 8 hours. 7 hours, 6 hours for all the math people. Relax, you know. Some of us failed math 3 times, 4 or 5 times, 6 times, depending on what grade we were in. I'm not sure why I wasn't the lucky one to get A plus. But I'm quite bitter. I gotta say, it's bitter Thursdays today, starting early, bright and early. And I just, you know, since I can't afford therapy like Kendall Jenner and the rest of the Hollywood, let's be honest, everybody in Hollywood has a therapist. Um, I gotta do it on here. I don't know. Everybody else went to work, they have a life, and they're not crippled. I don't know, like me. That's how I feel. I feel crippled, not physically, but even worse, in my imagination. You know, like invisibly. Hogwarts, invisible blanket situation. So is it better like if I was just like in a wheelchair? Would people be more nice to me? Like I don't know. I'm just saying, I need a hug. Somebody hug me. You know, like somebody throw me dark chocolate. I don't know. Somebody give me a neck massage. I don't know. Somebody send me back to Brampton. I don't know. Like B-Town. I'm not sure what it is, but it could be even. I don't know. Literally, this is why yesterday I was like, I don't know, and I don't want to do anything. And going back to my reference from my Tumu shopping where I ordered, it's okay not to be okay. Let's try to talk in a tone where it doesn't drain us since we haven't taken a shower, brushed our teeth, haven't ate anything, had our morning decaf or chamomile tea. I'm just saying, like, traumatic laugh therapy experience. Laughing at our, not laughing at ourselves, but laughing with this experience and anyone else that's been traumatized unknowingly or knowingly and somehow still going like the Energizer Bunny. To make this short, this is probably not going to be 15 minutes because this is like talk therapy because I can't afford a therapist because they're so evil and they charge like $400 an hour not to get traumatized, I guess. Or just in case they do get traumatized, they have enough money to spoil themselves unlimitedly. Like, unlimitedly. You know, it makes sense. I mean, hey, I gotta sit here and try to understand why you don't like the color gray. And you cannot go to any room that has a gray color. And if you do, you think you're gonna die. Did you die? Hangover movie reference, Chinese guy. No, I just got shot. But did you die? You know, like literally Comedy Central. So what I'm trying to say without, I'm not laughing. I'm very miserable right now. Can we have the momentum? Anyways, I'm known as the smiley person. Literally, the smiley face was made because of my face. What does that mean? What does that mean? So, wow. Traumatic bipolar situations, traumatic fob moments. Like literally the amount of fob moments I had yesterday, this week, this entire month. I don't even remember. Like I slowly am forgetting my lingo, and it's like I'm crippled. I'm just letting you guys know. I don't have the handkerchiefs that you put under your arm, whatever they're called. Um, I don't have the memory like consistency, but the fob moments, the traumatic moments, the awkward moments, the blue moments, literally song reference. I'm blue, da ba dee da 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 ba dee, yeah. But that song hasn't been playing. So, and of course, my radio that I got from my sister only plays extraterrestrial, this kind of radio sounds, and it's traumatic because I'm just trying to get the radio to play like songs, the top 100, which includes a multitude. Is that even a word that I can use in this sentence, if possible? Of songs, not just from like the 90s or 2000, but even the newbies. And the like, going to like random pop music from Shania Twain, like, what was that song she did? I'm a woman? No, no, that was Britney Spears. Not yet a woman, not yet a girl. No, that don't impress me much. That was one song she did. Um, Country Grammar. I mean, we can just go from Shania Twain to Nelly real quick. Country Grammar. Beyonce, all of Beyonce's songs are pretty much the story of my life. It's a testimony of my life, literally, but just in my version of where I'm from. And it's just traumatic. It's just traumatic. Like, my neck is like, ow. Like, really, my ow. My shoulders, ow. Like, literally, somebody massage me. I need a massage right now. So, I have a massage coming up. I think, I don't know when this week, but I don't think it's for the whole body. I think it's for the feet because the person is a guy. So, I mean, I don't know. So, it's just my neck. My neck. Heating pad. Heating pad? Well, what would help? Would that make it worse? So the only thing I could think of was, hey, let me come on here and literally ask for help or just listen to me. Like, just can you guys just pretend to be my therapist because it's traumatic. It's traumatic. Um, where's Aphrodite's in my life? Like why couldn't you be my sister? I'm just asking. Like literally, I'm just asking. All right, refraining to cry because that would like. Can you imagine me crying on here for 1 to 2 hours? Like the magic that would happen, get a grown woman crying. Like, can you imagine? Like, we've never tried it other than once, like literally once when we were at the women's center at the Newmarket on Davis, and we just couldn't take it anymore. It was like, you know what? I need company. I need company. And then of course, I had my moment, and it was traumatic. It's being a feminist and female. You have to cry. And then I did, and of course, it was on live video on Instagram. Shout out to Instagram, who wasn't retarded back then. And thank you to software updates, iOS on my phone. That's why I wasn't able to do live videos yesterday, because the live button on all my 5 6 Instagrams and YouTubes were like missing in action. So I was like freaking out. So I called Apple. Traumatic conversation with the lady. Traumatic. But of course, we turned it around, and of course, the Apple staff, the people I get, are always calm, kind, patient, and collected. So even if I threaten to, like, I don't know, throw the table at them for some reason, their tolerance and harassment level is at another high class level. So, I mean, of course, I did have to explain myself so they understood that, oh, this individual is a customer that is irate. So I must go to my irate manual and not judge them. But literally, like literally, shout out to the Apple customers and to the staff that got me through last night. And we managed to do, and myself always, people, remember yourself first, thank yourself first, and then everybody else. So of course I always forget that. I'm always thanking everyone, which is fat, ow, which is great. But I need to thank myself. So literally I spent 2 hours talking to Apple, and somehow through that anger management moment, I managed to do everything on my phone, and cleared the software updates, and now both my phone are running smooth. And I deleted a lot of apps, so I do apologize for anyone who's traumatized about the app deleting. I tried to do the offload, but not all of them were giving me the option, and I was on like anger management situation. And plus I hadn't even used some of the apps for like months, and some of them I didn't even recognize, and it just doesn't make sense to have them on my phone if I'm not going to use them, right? So they've all been deleted, including one called LMAO, which I actually like that app, but given the fact that on this phone, the iPhone 13, I don't have a phone plan. On the iPhone 16 that I got, I do have a phone plan. So it just made sense that why have the same apps on this phone if I have them maybe already on that one and I could actually use them, right? So I deleted a lot of apps on this phone, and which helped me to download the software update, which was the reason why I wasn't able to download the software updates, because it needed like 11 point, I don't know, 7632 point something space in order to do that. So remember, people, if you have too much apps on your phone and there's software, spicy beef brisket, ramen, salmon, egg noodles. Looks like that Chinese lady is still eating like I don't know how many kgs of noodles. It's traumatic. It's traumatic. Oh my god, can I have my medication? You guys just hold on. It's traumatic. This is like, I'm not gonna cry on live TV. I'm not gonna do it. What are you gonna get from it? Like, what are we gonna get from crying? Like, just tell me. If you tell me, we will cry. You know? Are we gonna win a mansion? A jackpot? A puppy? Candles? Are we gonna be a charity case in front of somebody? Today this person, tomorrow another person. So embarrassing. Took my medicine at 6:03 a.m. Where's my journal? 1 second, please. Honestly, this has to be documented. It's traumatic. Just giving a heads up. Don't forget to like and subscribe my page. You guys are not just here for free. I'm using you to get my channel to 2,000. So one day we can actually like have a life and income from this channel. Like most people who are productive and have like a specific topic they stick with, and they continue to make videos on that, so they end up somewhere, like at the YouTube studio. And at any point, if I start crying during this video, it's traumatic. It's embarrassing. So I'm trying not to do that. But if I do, please don't like laugh at me or judge me in any way, because I am a strong woman. All right, so Thursday, Ask pharmacy staff for last year's receipt for your sleeping medication. Okay, so we need to make that call. All right, that's fine. Um, took medication. I'm took meds at you know, I'm not. I'm a strong woman. 6:05 a.m. Regular meds. You know what I mean? I swear, if you cry, it's over between us. It's not funny. Okay, be a strong man. You weirdo. Sorry, I'm just talking to my journal. Where's my green Crayola? Traumatic, traumatic, traumatic. So, yeah. So pretty much, um, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Like, something about physio and traumatic life experience, feeling blue yesterday, and I need more candles. And I was supposed to do my shopping haul, shopping spree, mini shopping. And oh, by the way, Shoppers Drug Mart, you guys, Shoppers Drug Mart, in the month, I don't know if it's the first week, second week, third week. For us it was yesterday. We went yesterday, so I'm not sure which Wednesday that is of the month, but you get something called a family friends discount. Again, the Uber that brought us home also had no idea. He's like, family friends discount? He had no idea. So I'm like, you know what? You're all retarded. That's all I gotta say. But shout out to the cashier, the front desk, the person literally multitask duties. Um, After my bill rang up like, I don't know, 186, she's like, oh, are you guys familiar with the family and friends discount? Do you have your PC points card? And I'm like, yes. No, what? Can I get more free stuff? I'm traumatized. I'm trying to get free stuff from shoppers without getting in trouble, right? Like nerd style. And she's like, yeah, so today's the day. So you guys, if you have your card, I just need to scan it and you get like, I don't know, 30% off. My bill went from 186 to like whatever 30% is. It went from like 186 to like 155 to 1. It went to like, where's the receipt, man? It went to like breathing problems. It went to like, I don't know, one something, 136, or she took like $40-50 off is what I'm trying to say. Can any of you pay $40-50 off when I'm in a lineup just for no reason? Just throw stacks at me. Throw stacks. You know what I mean? Throw some kg, some pounds, some dirham. Just throw it. You know what I mean? But it's like Shoppers Drug Mart did. Shoppers Drug Mart did. And that little bit makes a big difference in all of our lives. So I want to say thank you to Shoppers Drug Mart for literally being there yesterday and turning that moment around. Um, and so we're just gonna go jump right into. I guess I'm having blue moment number two. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna jump into like the shopping haul and the mini. Really, I went in there to get, I think, one item. I'm not sure what it was. I think it was candles. And we ended up not getting the candle. We forgot the candle, the one that I showed you guys the day before the shopping haul on Facebook. We ended up not remembering to get the candle. But hey, I do have Tylenol. I've got Tylenol. Um, what is it called? This is the French. Extra Fort. Extra Fort. There's about 230. Where is the bloody English here? There's about 200 for the price of 200. There's about 230 easy tabs, 30 bonus tablets in here, clinically proven for fast pain relief for when we have this type of jaw pain and cluster migraine that showed up at exactly 6:10 a.m., which I feel, which I'm not sure where it's coming from, but you must feel like a moron or a clown for putting people through this. I mean, I can't blame people for having a cluster migraine, but I can blame the actual migraine itself. You know, you're a moron. Cluster migraine. People have had to open universities called University of Migraine in order to figure out why people have migraines. So if I could just put like, I don't know, language discretion advised, and go on mute and just, one moment please. No, how about this? How about shut the front door, you two morons, or three, four, five? How about shut the front door? Like shut the front door is shut and locked. How about that? How about you stop with the profanity and traumatic conversation? How about that? How about you skit no in your mom's head? How about that? How about you go do that? Yeah, that's the original problem. Yeah, yesterday's example. Yeah, is your dad your mom, or is your mom your dad? Is your son your mom, or is your son or daughter your dad or mom? Traumatic, traumatic. So I've got my tablets here. All right, who's the nutcase now? Who's the nutcase now? Yeah, I think it's time for you to move from treetop. Yeah, move like the other one had to, if he did. Yeah, there's only one vroom vroom. There is only one vroom vroom, and they are not anywhere in this area. Okay, so traumatic, traumatic. So I've got like a mini migraine, and for any conversation that's happening right now, I'm on live video, so it's my time, not yours. So shout out to Tylenol. I have my 230 easy tabs for headaches, which I'd like to take one now. This is my life. This is my life behind the scenes on live video, which is not really behind the scenes. It's live, spontaneously. You know what? I'm taking the Tylenol from the table. Should I? Oh, I don't know. Who's it benefiting? Because I really, whoever's giving this, you are not allowed to have Tylenol. You do not get the privilege of having Tylenol. Oh no, absolutely not. Yeah, you know what? I should be careful who puts Tylenol in my mouth. Is it from the devil himself? Are you the real devil? Because the real devil helps people. Alright? Alright? It's a fiction of our imagination to help us be good people. You, my friend, are the real devil. Alright? You're fired. You're fired. Right? Oh my god. It's not funny. Right? It's not funny. BRB. I just have to do my garage therapy. 1 second. close door. Lock, don't close door. Explain. Alright guys, sorry, I just have to go touch the recycling and garbage and make sure that I left it out there, or, you know what I mean? And if I didn't, somebody else did, then hey, I went out and touched it for good luck. So as I was saying, is there, who cares? So it's on the freaking sewing kit box, big deal. So as I was saying, I got my, damn, talk about Tylenol not having a great aftertaste. Wow. Where's the candies? Alright, so candy therapy, whatever you want to call it. My mouth tastes like Tylenol. Tylenol is not as bad as the rest of the medications I've had in my life. But damn, can you not coat it with like strawberry cheesecake? Dessert? Think of any dessert and coat the medication. Just a tad. And the second thing is, ooh, there's a, is it a Robin Hood? I got ginger ale. I needed pop. I wanted to get the cranberry ginger ale because I like cranberry juice. And prune juice or prunes. I was constipated the other day for 24 hours, so traumatic. But the next item will pay. It'll make us all happy for that. when you're stocked up on the goods. So technically, I wanted to get all the pop that was in the grocery store at Shoppers, Drug Mart, but I ended up with ginger ale because it just made sense because of the like the burpino situation, or when I need to like burp, like it feels like I'm a baby and somebody needs to like do this and like touch my back or something. And hey, we're like grown adults. Who's gonna do that? And can somebody like really pick me up and like tap the back of my back? I don't think so. So I mean, ginger ale, ginger, put two and two together. Ginger is good for digestion. It's good for burping. It's good for heartburn. Sorry about that. The stupid tongue, man. I'm gonna cut your tongue one day. Sorry about that. Nobody's cutting anyone's tongue. And we say the darnest thing. So it said ginger. Pretty much made it obvious that ginger is good for you. You know, like the actual ginger and ginger ale, Canada Dry. So shout out to the mini bottles, you intelligent people who make things in life so much easier for us traumatized, overwhelmed people. They've got the bottle, they've got the mini can, they've got the can of 12, and you guys are just amazing. So whoever invented mini, literally, I'm giving you my life. But not just like ginger ale, there's other pops too. Like there's like cream soda. I'm talking about all the pops. I'm a pop girl. Pop is life. The next item, for all those who are constipated, take 2 of these. I think it's the night before. Gentle overnight relief, 90 pills. I'm covered till December, literally, right? 30, I'm covered till next year. Literally, like November, December, 60. There's 30 days in both, so like I'm covered, you know. So not sure if I was dehydrated or I didn't have enough water, what it was, but I had the luck to be constipated for a day, and I just don't like the feeling. And I've been traumatized for other people in my family who may have been constipated and never said anything. Did you ever hear of this medication? You buffoon. Did you ever hear of this medication? It's not good to be constipated for 1 week. And if for some reason, this is not directed at the person, I'm just speaking in general, okay? So don't be sensitive, like the Dove soap sensitive, okay, mama? And so, I don't know, I'm not gonna throw like personal information out there, but I had this conversation once with my mom. And I shared my experience of pooping, and then she shared hers. We bumped into each other in the washroom, and I said, "Oh, okay. So you don't go to the washroom for a week? Well, how are you alive? You should be dead right now." I'm just saying. And she was like, "No, sometimes I don't even go for a week." And I'm like, "Okay, but why aren't you dead though? Like, why are you still here?" And that's not good, mom. That's not good. Like, do you know what this is? It's called a laxative. So I'm not sure how she was built, or she was extraterrestrial. I'm not sure, but I knew right away what she said was wrong. Like, I knew something was wrong when she said that, and perhaps that's why we met in the washroom. And so I wanted to share my part, that hey, you might not notice as an active, hardworking individual. Forget about being a mom. That's just like another title given to make people or dads and moms out overwork. But as an individual, before any title, like, you do know what a laxative is, right? It's called a laxative, and there's Metamucil. But I took Metamucil, it didn't kick in. It didn't quite kick in. I'm gonna be honest with you. We even sucked the jelly. You're supposed to take it with water, but we sucked in the entire jelly blob. Maybe not the whole thing. Maybe not the whole thing, but and it didn't kick in. So this I took the evening of, because I said we're not gonna turn this into like 24 to 48 hours. And I went to the loo. Love and affection reference. I went to the loo. Have love and affection for your colon, people, for your digestive system. So sometimes we are very busy with life that we don't take the time to realize that we may be doing harm to ourselves just because we were able to still go on. Um, if anybody knows me here in this close perimeter, the first time I was constipated, the entire neighborhood found out. I'm talking about upstairs, myself, I don't know, Afghanistan, like Instagram. I was on live video, and I was just like, I am constipated, guys. I'm not sure why, but I'm supposed to be eating Mary Browns. And how am I to do that if I'm constipated? It feels horrible. Let's like poop this out. You know what I mean? Live on Instagram. Who wants to go through this therapy with me? So literally the entire city found out I was constipated. And through this experience, you come up with solutions. Some do it privately within their own family realm, and they have the conversation like, hey, my dear husband, may I have a moment with you? I'd like to have a conversation. I haven't gone to the washroom. I haven't gone to the loo for a week, but I do feel great. But do you think it is wise? Or should I pop a laxative? What do you think I should do? Or should I just ignore it? Because the bleeding won't stop unless I do something about it. So I'm not sure if mom and dad got to have that conversation. But after I did get to see what had happened, then I said, ooh, I don't think that's something good. So I told Mama Bear, I love you, and hey, you might need to ask a doctor for help. Because when you do the poopsie, it's not supposed to be redsy, It's not supposed to be red. It's supposed to be like brown or something, Like, I don't know, like halwa. You know what I mean? Like, not to disrespect halwa, but it's supposed to be brown, not red. And if that's like happening to you, I don't know how often, because I wasn't her like bodyguard. I was not like micromanaging my own mother and her health. I wasn't even around her. You know what I mean? We're in school for 40 hours. And then when we came home, eat dinner, rush, have do your thing, get ready for the day, shower, da 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 da. That's the life, right? But if you're living like a healthy lifestyle and it's slow, then you get to have these conversations without having to bump into the washroom. Then you just have it like on the first day that you're constipated, like me. I mean, literally, ask anyone here. Every time I've been constipated, they know, and it's like you learn, oh, take laxatives, take Metamucil. I don't know, the tree told me to take laxative. The tree does not have a mouth. You know what? If you watch Disney, there was an animation that I saw that the tree talked to somebody. The tree had a mouth. So it's all about your spirituality and what you can hear and if the right people are helping you, right? So shout out to all those who told me about Sencot and laxatives and Himalayan salt. This one time I was constipated and it was not coming out. It was like I'm not coming out. Like I'm here to kill you. Like I'm not coming out. It's just gonna stay there. It's just gonna stay there until it's like snaked up enough, to your heart, and then kaboom, you know. And I'm just like, oh wow, like I can't hear anything, but somebody's telling me to take native salt, like right now, like warm water, native salt, right now. Ew, how could you? So I took native salt, and there you go, moving like a snake, coming down like a snake, came out the poop after like 48 hours. So it's traumatic because I mean, if I'm constipated, you're constipated, you know? I mean, I'm sure our inner family senses and friends. Family matters. Family mattered, people. Friends mattered. That's why Shoppers Drug Mart has the family and friends discount to make it just a little bit easier on the shopping. You know what I mean? It's an entrepreneur compassion. It's not always about taking your money. All right, so to just keep this like on a positive note, like these are the positives. These are the spontaneous conversations people like to hear. I don't have like somebody yelling at me with postcards saying stay on topic. It's literally just based on the spontaneous of this traumatic experience, not being able to do physio because I maxed out my limit. And that's my traumatic bipolar number 75. Like personality problems, no. Thank you for the personality problems. And traumatic bipolar, thank you. So we got our laxatives. So you guys, like you don't have a choice. Christmas is right around the corner. You're all gonna break the rules and stuff and eat, and everything's gonna be ready out there. So let's least we blame the food. Be prepared. No, Pepto Bismol does not always do the job for everyone, but for me, this one does. Um, so to shout out to all the native people, shout out to the weird red people in their underwear and your wives with your boobs and nipples all out in the jungle. B-Town times when we stalked you down on the satellite camera and we're like, who are these people? And it's like they're Amazonians that don't like to have contact with human race. They only kill them unless there's some kind of a archaeologist or neurologist or doctor. So I'm like, wow, like they just live here topless and cloth underwear wearless. Like what? How do you survive in the jungle? But they do and they have. But hey, they might be coming out on your city and your town and your country. So if you see them walking around like how the Buddha people once did, or anyone else who has a weird cultural uniform that does not match or matchy the society and community norms, not everybody can have Calvin Klein and Feli's when they first land. So hey, hand me downs. Shout out to the church and thrift store. Let's be nice to the Amazonians that are coming out of the jungle. The highlight of my day. I'd like to have an autograph and meet the weirdo who was trying to throw the spear at the helicopter. They're just like, what is that thing flying in the air? They're out to get us? Spear? Hilarious. Now, those are warriors, okay? Let me know if you're cute under that red color. I'm just saying. Open relationships. I'm just saying, for traumatic days like this, I might not be signing off on that tomorrow. But for right now, what do you look like under that red color? I'm a flirt, aren't I? I am. Hey, we're going straight to hell. That's the best place, man. It's the best place. All right, moving forward. I found my donuts from the 90s. Now, shout out to Jane and Finch and No Frills and anywhere else that had low prices and groceries for low income families, and anyone who even had an income that was a high income family but still couldn't afford because you have a mortgage, you have property tax, you've got like construction fees, taxes, or something. You've got like all types of taxes in order to run this world for all of us to have a road and sidewalk. I get it, but traumatic. I still don't have a mortgage. I am still paying rent. I've been paying rent since I came in this country. Whether my dad paid for it or my mom paid for it, it's irrelevant. We are one family under one roof. How embarrassing. Marshmallow. Some but not all. Marshmallow. No, I'm not trying to be racist. Okay, but you are the supreme foundation of hypocrisy. Alright? Yeah. Yeah. If it's not Brad Pitt, it's not anyone. But moving on a positive note, from our traumatic experience, we are a wonderful young lady. These donuts were very tasty, and they're from the farm festival, the actual farm festival, farmers market festival. Powdered sugar donuts. Thank you so much. We enjoyed it. And then, since I have OCD, I eat a lot of halves. So I had a cookie, but I had a half. Hopefully, this makes me win the lottery, or I get to go to French Montana's concert, or hopefully, I get to go to their wedding. I'm just like praying that we have purification of the mind and heart and actually practice our deen and let people be together and not allow any past, present, or future traumatic experience ruin people's life. Unless you guys are somehow like high and in love, which is also good. Because I've been there. Dun crazy right now. Your love's got me going so crazy right now. Dun crazy right now. Dun crazy right now. You know, if you're crazy in love, stay there. If I upset anyone within your circles, I'm sorry. Do I have that choice to make for you? No. Can I give my opinion? My opinion. Yes. It's a suggestion. Live and let live. But be classy about it, people. Be high class. Have an event. Have an engagement. Have a party. Where is the family intervention? Why are they not there? How come it's just them? Literally, I'm trolling on you guys. You guys are hot. Like, literally. But it would be nice to see the family support. And I just don't see them anywhere. So, which turns me back to my marriage, my failed marriage, which nobody was there. I was the decorator. I was the person like coordinating who's going to be the music, who's going to be shopping with me. Am I allowed to wear a white dress again? I've been engaged before. Am I virgin enough? I don't know. I'm just saying. I fooled around the first time. Somebody telling me to wear off-white because, hey, you know, like, I don't know if you're pure. And somebody telling me to wear beige or backwards. I don't know if it was the other way around. And I'm just like, I don't know. All I know is I'm trying to escape before my heart breaks. I need to like feel happy, you know? Join the gym. That would have been good. Make friends. Join Bumble. Start dating people every day until you find the right one. But those opportunities didn't come to me because my religion crippled me. And by that, I mean you use your religion where it is beneficial to you. When it's a time of crisis where you need someone, then you use other resources where you don't have to go blame religion. You know what I mean? So I may have jumped the gun. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I will never know the opportunities I could have had if I went on like, oh, I went on 13 dates and I didn't even, there was no chemistry with even one. But at least you went to those appointments. At least you got to have a date somewhere, talk to someone instead of just like constantly praying for God to send you someone. Well, I did, and you ruined it. I'm telling you, man, this Downtown Abbey and British TV shows, it's just like converting me into like some kind of English people, man. Just send me my passport and visa, and I am coming straight. You might as well. Yeah. The next thing on the shopping haul is God's quotes, positive lines to read for today. All right, God, thank you. Um, my original attempt to be vegan and the original oath that I had in Treetop when I used to shop at Zehrs and work at Zehrs in the organic department. Shout out to all the staff at Zehrs. We run things. We, sorry. We run things. We run things at Zehrs. And I'm hoping that they start getting funding and budgeting so they can have like so much staff, because working there with Sam, two Sams, one Sam from Zehrs, I mean the coincidence, and then another Sam from Walmart. Both of them are like grocery stores, but Walmart is more, I don't know, for like fobs. No offense, but it took me a while to go to Walmart. The fact that it said Mart, I thought it meant flea market, so for poor people. So I mean, can you imagine if somebody saw me there? But when I actually went to a Walmart in, I think, Markham, I didn't even like the Markham one, to be honest. I think it was the one in Woodbridge on Langstaff and Highway 27, that really caught my attention. And then the Walmart here, where I was able to find the bike and other things. I actually noticed other aisles other than the grocery shop. So then I was like, oh, Walmart, they have different aisles, so it's really important to be like on, like the focus needs to be on. So shout out to Walmart, shout out to Zehrs. I'm always going to be like fine dining, luxury, it's always going to be number one because it's something that I accustomed myself to and it made me feel safe. So I know sometimes it's like beyond stupidity not to go in the clearance section or not to know about like friends and family. What was that? Oh, the candle turned off. Damn, my candle finished. Um, but really, aisle to aisle, Walmart now carries brand name things like George. I don't know who George is, but they make pretty good things. I think they have Skechers. I believe I bought my first Skechers for walking at Walmart, if if that's true, if I remember correctly. They've got a whole kitchen section. They have Rachel Ray. They have Drew Barrymore. I'm just waiting for Kim Kardashian to come out with a kitchen set. Like that's the only thing she doesn't seem to have if she hasn't crossed any other venture out there. And I think Paris Hilton has her own cooking set, but I'm not sure if it's at Walmart. And I don't have the funding to buy all of that, because the government of Canada can only provide so much funding for people who are off duty. and people who are students who are off school duty, and people who are on like work disability, and even that they don't give you the full, they give you like almost half, right? And then you're required to come back to work. You're required to come back to work. If you're still unable to, they take you off of the work disability, and then you end up on this another type of work disability, but it's more of like a government disability. But then that's really like chump change compared to the recession and pandemic we were having. And then I gave that to rent, where I was living with that individual. I did not get to keep that money. I had to do my part. Um, what the hell happened to him? Oh, that's Facebook. Okay, I'm getting posts from Facebook. All right. And so it's really important that somehow we organize this government funding to be a very professional, uh, articulate yourselves in a manner that's respectful for any age or nationality or person or walk of life. Even if they're mooching, you never know that they might need to mooch. You never know. So I just want to say, to Prime Minister Trudeau and Carner, or Kearney. Sorry about that. Kearney or Carner? My God, where is my? No, it's fob moment. ESL. English is my second language. And I'm very happy with the Prime Minister we have right now, but I think it's very important for you to work with closely with Justin Trudeau, because he was the best Prime Minister, and our First Lady, Sophie. Okay? I am devastated that they have walked in different paths and they really didn't need to. So I'm praying this Christmas for their children's sake, who are gorgeous, and I'm hoping to bump into them at Coffee Culture. Can you guys visit Alliston? Please. Please take me into your family. Adopt me. You are a generational family. Adopt me, please. But seriously, they literally were like the perfect family during my marriage. And I'm like, she's doing yoga on stage in front of thousands of people, and I'm sitting here picking my nose. I'm supposed to be doing yoga. It's yoga time. So I really found them to be they are the definition of what a Canadian is. They are not racist. They're not like out to get anyone. They're just like embracing what the universe brings to them that is helpful, you know? And they're proud while doing it. I mean, can you imagine being like a Quebec Canadian? I don't know four generation? His dad was prime minister, right? It's two generations? And then he has a son. Three generations? How many generations are you guys? And still being able to articulate and work and live and be with the noise and the skitno and the hype and the like race nationality competition from those who are not clean inside because they don't pray enough. You know, there are people like Guru Bakhsh, one of my Punjabi uncles from B Town, who literally had a prayer room and had Waheguru playing 24/7. And then there are people who say, I only have 5 minutes because I have too much work to do. And then there are people like me who said that, hey, I'll pray when I get old. Which I don't understand, because the church people came to our home every weekend and said, there's never like a time to not pray. We shall make time for prayer every day, even if it's for 5 minutes. So, not to go off too much on conversation, but what we eat does make us who we are. So if you like scuff down burgers and fries and cheese dogs and like a poutine and then end up having heartburn, you have no right to blame Champs Burger. You got all the rights, okay, the N word, to blame yourself. All right, in moderation. Get a combo, not the entire restaurant's combo. You know, or perhaps you should be put on a fixed diet until you control your impulsive eating. You know what I mean? And that's just one example. That could be on cigarettes, that could be on the chronic, that could be on needling yourselves for all the poor druggy people who couldn't be a Justin Trudeau and Sophie because they just had a good foundation, right? We all have the opportunity to turn out to be a dumb ass, Carlitos, you know? By the way, you're single? Hey, the bathroom song with the cane rolls, the glasses, I'm about that. You want to collaborate? I don't know if you're Toronto, but if you're not, let's collaborate somehow. Like, I'll do my part, you do your part, and then just put the video together. Literally, it's like I found my twin best friend. Everybody watch this video of him singing in the bathroom, some song about give me head, go down and give me head, but not really, no pun intended. So it's one of those derogatory, like traumatic songs. Or in some cases, it might be like seeking for help for that individual if that's their like weakness, right? So there is no wrong or right, really. And this is why, like, you guys are my therapist. I am the therapist. Like, let's just let it, just the truth be speak. Let the truth be spoken. Let the truth be spoken. All right, so the next thing is this barista vanilla oat milk, for those who are lactose, for those who can't drink milk, for those who want to help the planet and not pump milk from a cow because it's not yours. It's her babies. It's her babies. Somebody invent milk. Can you invent milk instead of robots? Let's get more jobs in the factory. Who can invent milk? Genetically modified milk that's real in an environmental friendly way. Because the cows are just not happy, you know? Why are you touching my boobies? I'm just saying, if I was a cow, why are you touching my boobies? You know, fat lady. It's always a fat lady. You guys gotta go after the fat people. It's always about the fat people. That's why we're trying to fitness, right? I went to Good Life Fitness to heal my traumatic experience of losing weight, which I'm so over because, hey, too much has happened. Too much has happened. Psychologically, I don't know how to be with anyone without being unfaithful. Sound familiar? Anyways, to all the beautiful couples and smart couples and boss couples, all I gotta say to you guys is you made it. And I'm so happy for you that you didn't fall in the cracks like the rest of us. If only we knew one another. So this is the second one, oat milk. Shout out to oat milk. So I got two because it's just something I need to have in my smoothie. And yeah. And then I had the talk about, oh, we have an empty box, but we don't actually have meal replacement. There is moments where I've not followed my direct orders for myself, which is to get up early, have breakfast, have these spontaneous days every day, or we will kill you. You know what I mean? Excuse me? What? What? Yeah. So literally, my boost finished, and I went and got my boost. Now we weren't going to because I'm like, where am I going to get the funding to get all this? This is gonna be like $200, but we ended up getting it. So God willing, we will be able to pay for everything else that we need to, because it's really hard to like pay for your accommodation, pay for recession prices, pay for your necessities and the things you need, and still be a responsible person who has a savings account. I don't. We don't. Does anybody else? Can somebody do an Excel report of the population and ask, do you have a savings account? How can I? Every 4 years, you have a recession, a pandemic, a traumatic life experience for the population. How can we? Right? Not to mention that the banks are crooks. What's with the interest charges? You want to pay for your employees' retirement? Figure another plan out. I don't know. Charity events? I still pay my bank fees. So I just want to shout out that I do bank with about 2, 3 institutions and I pay all my bank fees. I make sure there is a 20 or more in there for your bank fees. I am thankful for my bank account. Oh my god. Bipolar 17 is traumatized. Like traumatized. A little bit about this. It's a meal replacement. It's called Boost. It's more like of a, I would say for macho people, but I can be macho sometimes. I can. And this is the variety pack flavor. So we've got 2 chocolates in here. I don't know why it says 2x. What is 2 times chocolate? Why not just say 2 chocolate bottles? I guess they had to write the French. We've got chocolate and chocolat. And then 2x of vanilla. And then 1x of strawberry and 1x of chocolate latte. Oh my. So I was gonna get the strawberry only like the first time that I got it, but I couldn't seem to let go of the variety pack. So this is something new that we're gonna try. Help our planet, remember to recycle. Rainforest Alliance, People and Nature, cacao. Oh, and something about FSC. Packaging made from recycled material. And then a cute little heart. The earth is shaped like a heart. Love yourself, people, and then you will know how to find love. True love. Not a charity case. How could you? Nobody. So it says here a boost for better. For over 20 years, Boost has been committed to delivering balanced nutrition to Canadians. Just Canadians? I hope we have this all over the world with all my favorites here. In line with this commitment, Boost is also dedicated to making strides towards a better tomorrow. Our packaging utilizes responsibly sourced paper that is certified to meet the environmental and social standards of the Forest Stewardship Council. Wow, we have a Forest Stewardship Council. I just want to know what that looks like. Are you guys all nerds? Is there anybody fine as F in that room? Are you guys on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram? How come your pictures are not on here? This is important. I'd like to know who the Forest Stewardship Council is. Is it all women? Or is it all men? What's the difference? Alright, creepy moment right there. Creepy moment, guys. Let's just move on from that. Traumatic life experience. And then for the nose picker, because you guys know I've been picking my nose since 2012. It's like normal. It's just like dig in there. Like I gotta dig in there and I gotta get all of it out. It's a lot of boogers in there. It's gotta come out. It's got the mucus. It may block and you won't be able to breathe. It's like, no, I will be able to breathe. It's called taking a shower and then digging into my nose. All right? So, literally, without making a fugly face, I bought 6 boxes. Okay? Nobody hate. I know it says no name and it doesn't say Royal Velour. I know. Relax. It was $5 for one of those tiny boxes. So I ended up with this. Go with the picture. There's a starfish. I don't know what that is. And that looks like some random purple abstract picture. Forget about the no names. Look at that. Look at that box design. Look at that. Look at that black ink color. You know, look at the packaging. No one else has touched this tissue box. It is all mine to pick my nose. Okay? Try using this. And fold it nicely into a nice square and dab. And like dab, You know, like if you really need to like snort, it's better to like get in the shower and make a habit of doing it in there. All right? Thank you. And I got oatmeal cookies. They're soft and they're from the farmer's market, if I haven't already talked about this. And the most important of them all, guys, wash your tush. If you have a bidet, you know what I'm talking about. I am obsessed with bidets. Shout out to the hotel on that road coming from that big mall, Dinar restaurants, whatever they were called. Shout out to that restaurant and having that bidet experience. Now, my bidets from Amazon or either Temu this time. The first time was from Amazon, and then I don't know what the person did, but they did something wrong, and then my bathroom started leaking water. I mean, we tried to take precaution, but the whole fact of putting tissue around kind of put me at unease that something was going to go wrong. So that bidet screwed me over big time, and the installation screwed me over big time, because in a couple of days, or even I think the next day, the roof was leaking. And I'm like, whoa, there's like water dropping from the ceiling on the dining room table from the washroom through the shower every time I take a shower or flush the toilet or use the sink. So I couldn't use the master bedroom anymore. The times that I did, it was traumatic. And then the shower got clogged. And I had, of course, I'm not Nikki operations. I have no idea how to do these things about a home. Never had a dollhouse to understand that, you know, you can ruin things if you don't take care of it or like maintain it, right? So I find out that I've got a clog in my shower this thick, and that's why the water was overflowing. And the water overflowing and then going down all of a sudden into the pipe hole was one of the reasons why the leaking in the ceiling happened. So literally something as simple as that could have like changed my entire life. But it's important to maintain your home. It's important to have your own toolkit, like screwdrivers, tools, nails. Literally, it's important to have this tool time class in school and the basics of knowing how to run your home and not having to ask someone, and if that person is not there, then asking your neighbor. And then, you know, I don't know how somehow that screwed it over. I don't know what else to say, because I didn't install uh, the bidet, you did. So whoever you were that time screwed me over. um, but we installed, Broski installed the bidet here, and we have zero problems. You know, it's, knock on wood. Knock on wood. Can you stop? Knock on wood. Uh, the bidet is, you know, showering my tush from the front to the back real nice. And I just want to say thank you to whoever invented the bidet and to the hotel that has the one I'm looking for, which had a lot of settings. The air dryer, the warmer, the hot and cold water. I only have cold water set up here. So I'm not sure which bidet that hotel had. Do I need to Google French hotel bidet standards? Or like French bidets? I think that might be it. I might have to Google French bidet, and I want that bidet because I was on that loo for an hour. Nobody came to the washroom. Nobody needed the washroom. I was in the basement in the spa level. So I was pretty much, you can say, a guest in the hotel trying to check in, but they were full. And then I ended up hanging out in the lounge TV area and just kind of eating the snacks and free drinks they had available for the people who were staying there, right? So that was my first time learning about a bidet in Paris, in that hotel where I needed to take cover and shelter from the rain. And I just ended up going in there. But I do have to say, I don't appreciate the management at that hotel and the email that I got regarding uh, we helped you while you were here and you didn't say thank you. And I was like, I'm sorry, what did you do? It was me that did everything. Physically, what did you do? I walked into your hotel. I iPadded and took pictures and talked about it. I used the facility so to know if I want to stay at your hotel. So I explored your realm and your hotel. So what gives you the nerve to run after me when I leave to say, hey, you forgot to say thank you? And who were you? I don't remember talking to you. I remember talking to the front desk and the nice gentleman on the laptop who kept looking at me the whole time. This guy is sitting in front of me, traumatized. And I'm just like, what kind of a Zoom meeting is he in? So I don't know, man, but some of you are very shady out there. It doesn't matter if you're French or like Dubaian or Arabian or Muslim or a Muslim or from the Deen or atheist or just plain simple stupid. Are you serious? You're asking me to say thank you? For what? You didn't get me a room. That's why I was there. You were supposed to check me in. Oh my. I shall come for you. So, alright, role play. Literally, this British soap opera I'm watching. Like, it's all over me. Oh my god. It's like, I've got all the lines down. Like, if you guys need another person in the show, literally, just, I'm the girl. I'm Alexis. And a little bit, nah. I'm a little bit British. And a little bit, nah. You know what I mean? So, obsessed with David and obsessed with Alexis and the entire family, the McAllister mom. Why couldn't you be my mom? I just don't understand. I asked you to be my mom. Literally, that's how I felt when I met the McAllisters on TV in the movie in Home Alone, and was just like, why can't this woman, strawberry head, what is her hair color, ginger, be my mom for today? Just for one day. Can we swap moms for one day? Please. They're out to get me. So toilet paper is always here, even though we have a bidet. So you guys support your local toilet paper, city toilet paper, urban toilet paper, country toilet paper, luxury toilet paper, clearance, money mart toilet paper, literally. Like, yeah. So, and this is from Loblaws, Toronto. And if you have any questions, try it and you'll love it. Call us at 1-888-495-5111. And this is a jumbo roll, which equals 3 1/3, which gives you 404 sheets. So math. It's like Nerd Squad is all up in this toilet. Literally, they had to share their input. A regular roll equals 1 something, and then 121 sheets. A double roll equals 2, which gives you 242 sheets roll per roll. And then the mega roll gives you 2/3, which gives you 327 sheets. Now I know when I wipe my derriere, my backyard, my tush, I take about a few sheets depending on the situation. But when you have a bidet, there is no situation. So I just want to say thank you to whoever walked me into that hotel. Down the basement I went to do the down and dirty, which was number 1, Piperino, and the 1 hour of like my tush wasn't even sore. I think it had a pillow on the toilet seat. It had like a little nice pillow. I swear to you. Cause I mean, if you sit on the loo for more than 5-10 minutes, your tush is gonna get sore. All part, my feet falls asleep. I'm like, how? Like, what the hell? I need to get off. Why are you sitting this long? You know, but when it's like a special toilet where somebody has considered all aspects of the human anatomy while they're on it from a science perspective, you just never want to get up. You know what I mean? Like, you just never want to get up. And I am devastated that I was not good enough to get a room in that hotel because you were full. So kick someone out and put me in there. So looking forward to my trip to Paris, preferably this Christmas. And, you know, hopefully it comes true. And I need all your holy wishes and prayers. I need all your bank accounts and bank account prayers for all of you who know how to save money. And I need money from all of you. So donate. I don't know how, okay? But if you know me, then you know me. I'd like to go to Paris and I'd like to stay there for Christmas. And I'd like to do it the right way. You know what I mean? The right way, not the wrong way. The right way. The classy way. The rich people way. The here, take my bags, park my car, open the door. I'm in the penthouse once again. Merci, 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 merci. Mer de rien, de rien. Merci and de rien. You know, that's the French that I remember. So that is the shopping haul of today. I mean, sorry, yesterday, but I was not in a good mood. And it was all about being negative and pessimistic and petty. So when you have those emotions, you're not really thankful. You don't see the bright picture. You don't see if anything can like help you. You know what I mean? You don't see if anything can be helpful in any way. So yeah, so shout out to this morning's I attempted to go back to bed at 5:21. It was like try and I was like no, 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 no. I got to get up early cuz I got things to do. I got to go to H&R Block. I know today they're open from 12 to 7. I have to do my taxes for 24 because I missed it apparently. I don't know why they're not open Monday to Friday, but I guess that's their schedule of operation. Um, I've got things to do. I've got to go to the farm festival for my 6 items. I need milk. I've got to go maybe go for a walk. I gotta take a shower. Outfit of the day. Outfit of the night was my gray pajamas. Not even gray. I'm just gonna say, what is this color? Is this gray? I'm gonna call it gray. There's like tones of gray, you know, tie dye. There's like tie dye of gray, but it's not really gray, you know. What is gray? Like these are colors, right? So these are colors from Coast Paper and Spicers, if anybody is familiar with those company. And this is gray. This is a gray. Now, this and this are not the same color. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say it's a gray, but it's got tones and tie dyes of gray in it. You know what I mean? It's got tones and tie dyes of gray in it. And you can never have enough sticky notes, but I didn't buy sticky notes because I do have a lot. And then my funny ones are in my office desk because just in case I misplaced them. The ones that say pocket, but not the profanity, not the F word, but the P one. Pocket, pocket, pocket. I love Just Rain. He is hilarious. Now that's an intellect. That's a man who uses his brain. Especially in that video with cousin Vicky. I found the frying pan. I am going to make an attempt to make the egg white omelets with all the trimmings. Let's just hope it's not like how it came out that time. Let's hope it comes out like B-Town days. So I found my omelet pan. It's literally on the stove, right there. You know what I mean? But I have no egg whites. We have egg. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is the mini shopping haul of last night. And no, I still don't know how to use a Playtex Sport Compact, a Playtex Sport Compact tampon. I mean, yes, it shows right there. It's right there. Yeah, this is supposed to be the easy, seamless one. For God's sake, sport level protection. Um, but I just finger grip, flex fit, 360 protection. I mean, attention, people. You know, tampons are associated with toxic shock syndrome, a rare but serious disease that may cause death. Read and save the enclosed information. What? Tampons are associated with toxic shock syndrome, TSS. TSS is a rare but serious disease that may cause death. So, are you telling me that if I use a tampon, I might get TSS? Oh, bloody hell. Mama might not have been lying. Okay, so that's about it. I found my Burberry glasses. I found my Burberry glasses that was in my file for this tongue Tourette's. It's got to go. Um, in my file folder that like literally I need like 5, 6 more of these because it just seems to be buck wild right now. Buck wild file folder. So I found my Burberry glasses, $600, $700, and they were in there in the folder. So who does it look good on? On me or in you? Well, that's why we're saying, why was it in there? You know, I don't know. Sharing is caring. I don't mind. But these are supposed to be inside its protective shield. I'm surprised it didn't break because I haven't thrown this file around, but it's moved around from one side, from one room, from one corner, from one table, from one counter, etc., etc. So I've got my glasses on and I found my Burberry glasses. Yes, I look good in glasses. Do I like to wear them all the time? No, because then you all won't get to see these pretty little eyes. Now, will you? No. My eye color is hazel. It's green and brown. I'm not an alien. Absolutely not. But I have nice eyes. Thanks to God and anyone who's good looking that get together and make beautiful kids. And anyone who's not, who still somehow end up doing that. Believe in yourselves. And then there's always plastic surgery. I mean, look at Dolly Parton. She still looks good. Look at Kris Jenner. Look at what she's been through. And she turned 70. Happy birthday, Mama Bear. Not mine. Not mine. But hey, at least you're somebody's. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She's 70. And look at it, shows in the presentation that her man takes care of her. And he's so private, but at the same time, he has his sanity. Hopefully. I'm hoping that it's not a Kanye West situation, but he seems more chill and more laid back and quite aware of cracks that people can fall on. So I'm not saying that we all should go marry black people. Please don't. And that doesn't make me racist, but I'm just saying the qualities that this individual possesses is obviously team tangoing. You know what I mean? Like, it takes two to make it work. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. You and me. I think think that's the song. Is that the song? Wow. Refugee fob moment. Can we all not know all the good songs, but be protected only by the good people who also like the song? Some, but not all, because we can be a little too trusting, right? We all can. You know what I mean? So yeah, we have been talking for 90 minutes. What is to do now? What to do now? It is outside, and it is outside. Fob moment number 73. It is daylight, and I see the backyard and the hose. The good old days where I watered the backyard and I mowed the lawn and trimmed and spent hours picking the wheat, whatever it's called, with that thing, the metal at the bottom. You take out the, whatever it's called, planting my horseradishes, eggplant, squash, cilantro, coriander. The garden from hell is what I call it now, because literally none of my veggies grew, and then I overwatered them, or I didn't water them enough, and then it was so hot in the summer that it may have not even made a difference if we watered the backyard or not. When I entered the backyard, generally it was yellow and the grass was flat and it was up to my knees. So we all had to mow the lawn whenever people got their turn. And the days that obviously I was off, I'm what am I gonna do? I needed garden therapy. That was the goal, to garden for the entire summer. We did. It was a beginner, gardening for dummies. Gardening for dummies, just like how they have books for dummies at Chapters Indigo in the aisle, like, gardening for dummies, tool time for dummies. I mean, of course, we can learn all of this from YouTube, but it's about the experience. It's about going out there and getting to meet with somebody. Somebody's telling me, why don't you dancing? Why not? Why you not dance? Dancing, please. Duh. Is that good enough? Um, Now, if I was placed in a mood where everything I need and want I get, then I can be focused on my dancing. But last night was traumatic. So this morning, I don't think it's traumatic. It's turning out pretty well, but my dancing was interrupted. You know what I mean? You've got to be in that happy bubble. Things have to be all peachy. You know, I can't be having things in the back of my mind worried about that or this or she, or when is the next Zoom meeting, or should I even attempt? When am I moving to British Columbia? Why have we not attempted at all? Vancouver is everything. Like random thoughts that have been going on for years that haven't been like accomplished, similar to what other people who are in a social light, or it's not even about the social light, but it's really about the person that you are. It's about the person that you are. Uh, it's about the person that you are, and how you use your time, money, success, wealth, and those around you who want to help you get there or want to help themselves get there, because we all know how crooked it is. If it's crooked down here in the local world, it's got to be double crooked out there. I saw this video, yamma, 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 yamma. And it's like this Arabic song by this really good musician called Distinct. And I used to listen to these songs, not this song, but I think another particular song, and Treetop. And so he's like he got #1 platinum on this song. I don't know what happened, but the camel dance is like working well. And he had like all these gorgeous choreographers, and I'm just like, that could be me. I wanted to be a choreographer. Doesn't matter where they're from, who they are. Dance is dance. But can you imagine like the brawl if there's like so many dance companies and these guys are all fighting to be in the video? It's like a fan situation. They want to be in the video. They want to be in the video. But you can't have everybody be in the video. Only the best. The one you have chemistry with. If that chemistry is not there, if that science feeling is not there, then you don't get to be my choreographer. Choreographer. Fob ESL moment number like, wow, 99. Okay, embarrassing. I need to read. So literally, I saw the video, kind of like it was like a very like a short clip of it, and all I can see people dancing. They're so chubby and thick, and they seem like they're all 5'4". Usually choreographers are tall. They're very tall or slim or fit. This just looked like a bunch of cute oompa loompas, in a nice way, guys. In a nice way. I mean, like they were like thick and they seemed short and they were like really like dancing adorable. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm used to seeing like Sasha Fierce dancers, and it's like this was something new. And so shout out to your choreographer, choreographers, choreographer, chiro, chiro, chirographers, chiropractic, chiro. What? At this moment, we are unable to pronounce the word chirographer. Like I don't know. So literally, yeah, I'm falling asleep. No, I'm not gonna drink coffee because coffee stuns my sleep. So I'm not. I'm not gonna drink coffee. And once I take a shower, I'll be awake even more. And yeah, this morning's scholar situation began with I made this last night. This was my journal. So we had our two triangles. I'm not quite sure if that has to do with geography. It's all in Crayola green. Make sure you guys stock up in your green Crayola. And the thought of the day is Beautiful Scholar Thursdays because I miss watching a lot of my scholar videos, not just from a religious point of view, but from people who are actually scholars, like PhD, master's degree, people who like take time and like understand something to a like cognitive point where they can actually articulate themselves consistently every time and help the people, which is every year, like the same thing, which is very embarrassing. You would think the first year that I, the scholar, educated you, you would have learned and word of mouth passed the message to the masses, or audio taped it, videotaped it, WhatsApped it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Have it on 24/7 in your homes, you know? So I don't need more work. I need to see more results for my students. Is like what I would say as a scholar. I'm just saying. But hey, I'm just a simple gal who forgot how to pray and then threw my prayer book in the garbage. I'm just saying. It took me so long to write that in English translation from Arabic because nobody taught me Arabic, even though that's our prophet's language. Like, how stupid are we? Like, you would think that's our mother tongue or our, like, academic tongue, like, father tongue. Like, what is it? Like, it's the tongue. You know what I mean? You would think that's the language that that individual understood to relay the secret to us, you know, like many others from their own cult and religion, etc. You would think that somebody would realize that it's very important to learn the language because that's his mother tongue language in order to understand your cultic book or your cultic scripture, or for those who believe in it righteously, their Bible, their Quran, their Torah, and whatever other book out there is, you know? Um, yeah, so traumatic. I wish I had learned Arabic instead of French. even though I tried to learn French, but it was an epic mission. Um, and that's one thing that I just kind of caught on right now. Like, anybody that, like, not to say every Arab is a goody two shoes, but I don't think any Arab would throw something that you like spent hours on with the help of your family member, whoever they were at that time, and then switch real quick and throw that in the garbage. We're just gonna have to learn how to do that again, which is gonna take your time because you're gonna be the one who's gonna do it again. Okay? Okay, Cairo? I'm just using a code name. Yeah. You should be embarrassed. You should be. It's guna. It's guna. Alright? It's wrong to throw novels and literature and poetry books and books in the garbage. People donate it to the library. People donate it to foundations and thrift stores. I mean, that's all you could come up with? Oh, she's having an episode. She's vulnerable. She's ranting, raging, and raving and doesn't have control of her mind. So let me take the most important thing that helped her during that time in 2011 and 12 and throw that in the garbage because somebody or told me so. Have you lost your mind? My God, where do you have a brain? Like, literally. So of course then I have to say that towards myself because there was nobody here. I'm the one who actually physically did that. But why would I do such a thing? Perhaps I didn't have control of my mind. But who did? And who did it? Was there anyone that could not restrain or refrain or stop me? All were in it. We're all in it. Or was I just moving too fast? Like when we just have an episode, we're just like ranting and no one can stop us. No, there's got to be some kind of a like fire alarm. So something that, you know, that you can look at. And that's your like utmost trust mentor, whatever person, thingy, majiggy. And they're like, would you like to think twice about that? Because you're going to have to rewrite it, right? You're going to need it. It's there to be used. Otherwise, why is it breathing? You know, why is it there? Why do we practice? Then perhaps the scripture should be blank. The Quran should be blank. All the writings should disappear like hocus pocus, you know? The catastrophe for some of you who are attached and dependent on it because you have no other source that you got support from during your time of enlightenment when you were, I don't know, schizophrenic, or I would just say, I would use the doctor's term, schizophrenia, but perhaps you may have had a circle or family support, or you were taken to a doctor that addressed the issue immediately so you were able to continue on with your daily normal life. But some of us fell in the crack. We're not sure if it was on purpose. We're not sure if it was negligence. We're not sure if it just happened and nobody knew what to do. But the fact that this happened, and it's not the first time, you see where I'm going with this, right? Right? There's a word called consequence. Consequence. And by consequence, there's also the new consequence where we try to not do that again. All right, people. So without seeming fake or not real or real like the Instagram real videos, I just want to say, let's be nice. Let's just try being nice. That's all. 24 hours a day. Forgive and forget. You know, I forgive, but I don't forget. Well, if you don't forget, like, what does that mean? You know, let's ask ourselves, right? Is it helping you in a like a productive way for the future? Or is it something like a grudge that you're holding on where you're always on guard, like this, paranoid, confused? Did anybody put something in my martini? You know what I mean? Who wants to live a life like that? Why not be nice? Why not purify one another so we don't have to worry about anything in our martini? You know? It's not nice to put something in someone's martini, in my opinion. But hey, if you're a psycho, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? You may not have control of your mind, or you may have given up on life or yourself, or you may have been exposed to traumatic people experience, or people going through traumatic catastrophes. Something as simple as, you know, a bullying, self harm, uh, it could be anything, but it makes an impact on that person's mind in the long term that nobody was able to stop it. So, although me throwing my prayer notebook that I rewrote and translated in Oxford English may seem like, okay, just rewrite it again, who cares? No, it's about the principle. Why do we do stuff like that when we could prevent ourselves? This way, you don't make a fool of both people. You know what I mean? Your alter ego personality, um, and yourself. Because who can I really blame? I walked up to the trash and I said, bye bye. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't do it exactly like a basketball, but I just like rammed it in there. You know what I mean? Anger mode. So, what I'm trying to say is it goes kind of with the be careful what you wish for, right? So be careful what you throw out. Have a nice gift box. You know, if you need a bigger gift box, then get one of those big Costco containers and then just color it and design it and doodle on it and call it my I need space from you. I need time from you. This is my past, present, and items to put away. This is my life. This is my gift container. And for now, once upon a time it was a gift, and right now I feel it's a curse. But that is my mood right now. It is not the definition of the prayer, the notebook, or my intentions then or now. I need space from it. So let's place it in a nice container and call it a gift as it was from the beginning. So that's the trend I'm going with, where when I try to throw stuff out, unless it's like a sock with a hole in it, like all over the place, or shoes that are damaged that I can't be worn, I can't give it to anyone, I can't really put it in the box. Like I don't know if there needs to be a separate box, but that would just be like hoarding, right? So the logical thing would be you've damaged it, you've worn whatever item it is so much that it needs to be thrown out. It needs to be recycled. Perhaps something new can be made out of it, right? And then anything that is like helpful and that you're just having a moment with it, but it has of importance to you, uh, it doesn't matter. Nobody else can judge you but literally you, you know, like you. And you can't be hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. So, like moving forward, like things that are still in mint condition, I have like a birthday gift box, like boxes I bought from the dollar store, dollar bits preferably. They have the nicest boxes, very unique and custom. And so I just put pictures, even pictures of my family, even pictures of myself, even pictures that I don't look like, I don't like looking at it, even if it's me, even if it's my friend or family, even if it's someone else, or even if it's the past. That was the trigger. I don't want to see it because I feel like I could have done things differently then. I could have stopped and smelled the roses. I could have just not went to work for 1 week and said I want to spend time on myself because I want to be a princess, you know? But to me, I had this like strong ego that I gotta keep going. I gotta get things done. I gotta do this. And it's like, you know what? No, I don't. Maybe somebody else can do it. Because I need to figure out what I want to do with my life. I can't keep going based on the schedule. My foot hurts. My neck hurts. My period's coming in 2 weeks. I want to know if I need to see a gynecologist at 8, or do I need to wait till I go to high school and finally collapse at Branson Hospital at like 16 and then say, you know what, enough is enough. We're going to see a gynecologist. So you're telling me like from like age 8 to like almost 17, that's what, 7 years, 8 years? It took 8 years for somebody to lose their cool and say that enough is enough. I'm not gonna throw up for 1 week. I'm not gonna throw up all day. I'm not gonna just have ginger ale for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because for some reason eating is not good at this time or it's not ideal. You know, has anybody heard of gravel? Gravel? Has anybody heard of naproxen? It was around in 1992, I think. You know, gynecologists were waiting for appointments. Like, whoa. So little things like that. When I look at those pictures, especially the Christmas photo, I resent that photo because it's like everyone was so happy that I got my period except me, and all I could do was look around as a child and say, "You're all a bunch of idiots." You know that, right? I'm on my period. Like I'm supposed to be resting, and also the next step is to find out why I have my period so young. It's like being born premature. Do you want me to take your premature baby and just toss it to your boob? Or do you want me to keep it in that incubator, that the machine that they're required to be in until they're stable to be able to come out in the real oxygen air, right? So it's kind of like that. That's what I went through. I feel like I was a premature baby that was neglected because life had to go on, we had to go on, things had to go on. But somebody had to stop and say, hey, let's find out if it's normal for you to get your period at 8. I mean, it's fine that we did, but that was back home. You know, you would think there might be something different here. Let's find out. Let's do our homework. Let's make this a project. Let's turn this into an assignment, guys. Your sister should not be going through this every week from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and finally at 15, touching 16, we realize that enough is enough. We need to see a gynecologist and we need medication for this. It is wasting a lot of time. It cannot be a family gift from the mother or the family, because no person should be throwing up green mucus all day after they haven't ate anything. I'm not even sure where this liquid is coming from if you haven't in any way had anything to drink until your body calms down. And yeah, I had green tea. Ever heard of ginger? Ever heard of ginger tea? Ever heard of herbal chamomile tea? Ever heard of other herbal teas? And perhaps it may have been a good idea to actually go and walk in your room. Walk in your room, like walk it off. Inflammation requires the body to move around, you know? And then touching high school, which made it more embarrassing, is I couldn't even participate in school activity like swimming class because apparently when you're on your period, you can't go swimming. But if you've got a tampon on, you can. I don't know. So I'm like, I can't go swimming. Cold water is gonna, like, then I have to skip all my classes. I'm gonna be in pain. And my teacher looked at me and she was a lesbian. She was just like, are you telling me that your period's stopping you from doing laps? And I'm like, yeah, I have a note, bitch, you know? And of course, I'm dealing with my behavior and my mood whoever I am at that time, not having the knowledge and power to actually articulate myself in a way where my teacher can say, well, if you have dysmenorrhea, well, you do know then you should see a specialist. You should, it's how you talk to people and how they talk back to you. If you give them rudeness and attitude and like trust problems, they're gonna give you rudeness and attitude and trust problems. So I mean, had I had the conversation and kissed her tush and said, "Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, Mrs. Swenson," like that was her name. Um, uh, I have like cramps. I feel like throwing up. I haven't ate. I feel weak. I feel tired. I'm pale. Like all of these things, and I'm wearing a pad, so I don't even know if it's proper for me to get in the water, you know? And then she would have felt some kind of maybe compassion and shared her feminine knowledge that, oh, perhaps you should see a specialist. Have you spoken to the counselor? Have you spoken to the guidance counselor? They may be able to help you and direct you to the resources and professionals so you do not have to go through this. It's required for you to do your laps for this gym class. And if you're missing it, it's an excuse. It's not really helpful to you. So, you know, cut the years of trauma and go see a gynecologist and ask them, why are you premature? You know, why are you getting your menstruation at 8? It should be really at 12 or 13 when you're a bit more stronger and developed. You know, is it really at 8 or 7? Does it what is it? Does it differ between people? What is the standard? You know, what should be the norm? And if it's not the norm for another person, then they should be getting the support they need so they don't miss their swimming classes. That would have been very helpful. So, for my gym teacher, who probably had more compassion than the entire world, and then again, I really like hated gay people, so I didn't trust her. You know, that's another problem. So just being in that traumatic culture shock situation, judging a book by its cover instead of using the book by its cover, it's important to be witty and smart, right? And if you're not surrounded around people who can make the time for themselves to be witty and smart, and you yourself don't have the time because I don't know what the hell, then you just kind of roll. You just roll in this flow that's not really smooth. Like, you know, that's not really helpful. That's not really like contributing to progress as an individual. And any area that you might be lacking or weak or missing out, you know. So I would have to say that my gym teacher and I are in the process of making up. And I actually don't hate gay people anymore because apparently they're human. I didn't know that then. I thought there was something wrong with them. Like, why are you with a guy? You're a guy. You know. And I was like, why are you with a girl? You're a girl. Like, it was traumatic. So the culture shock and the difference and the like religion clash and trying to like understand to live harmoniously without it affecting you, right? Like some things need to be kept private. Like I don't understand. Let me articulate myself in a way so it doesn't offend someone. Or in my case, I was just nice about it. But behind the curtains, I was just like, I don't understand why they're like that. So I gotta keep my distance. You know, I didn't know what else to say. Because it's important to have the talk, right? That there's different people on the planet. Literally, it's not just humans. It's different type of humans. And I mean, the gay parade definitely opened the doors to that. That they are human, you know. And I was like, wow, it's Pride Week at my work, and I'm required to celebrate. What do I do? You know what I mean? It was traumatic. But given that my manager was so nice and retarded at the same time, he was gay, but he was funny. and smart and nice and tall and handsome. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe there's just, I don't know. Like I really did not know what to say. But then I like the qualities and the personal traits and like the OCD and how like clean and particular they were. And I'm like, well, they're not really any different for how from how most of us are. So without making anyone feel awkward, I'm just trying to be spontaneous, relax, people. So moving on from gay people, because it's still a sensitive issue and some people find it offensive, as if those who are not good enough. Like, no, that's not the case. But that's the video for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready and put on some soft, I don't know, country music. There was some kind of a lounge jazz Mediterranean music on before. I've got to go through my emails, text messages. I've got to call someone about the Zoom meeting situation. I've got to have breakfast. It's 7:46. We took our medicine, right? Did I write the? Oh my god. Did we write it down? It's like my brain gets so fried. I can't remember. Oh, took meds at 6:05 a.m. Yes, I did. It's in pencil, which is hard to read. So I'm gonna start writing with one of these pencils. Okay, so took meds at 6:05 a.m. Regular medication. Strong, independent man. All right. So, and now it is 7:47 p.m. Let's round it. Almost 8. 8 p.m. It's 8 a.m. You buffoon. 8 a.m. And we have been vlogging. Spontaneously. And we started, I guess, at 6:05, right? We started at 6:05. Anybody want me to do anything? Please help me using my hands to write it down. So we started at 6:05 a.m. and now it is 8. Well, technically it was 7:47 a.m. Traumatic. Traumatic. Thou shalt not sin. Thou shalt not sin, says the bishop. What is a bishop? We need to go back to those vocabularies where I used to highlight and then I wrote the words and then I looked in the dictionary to find them. Now, I tried to get a dictionary from the library in Treetop. It was so difficult. I think we had one. I don't know. I think we did have one. But I wanted to go to the library and get my own books. I mean, can you imagine if we had done that? How helpful, what that house would have been like. The catastrophes we could have like prevented for myself. My god, I was scared of the stop sign. I mean, I need to write a book is what I need to do. All right, well, that is all for today. And my legs. Ugh. Alright, so my attempt to try to go to sleep was an epic fail because I'm wide awake. Okay, so let's begin the day, you guys. Let's begin the day. I wanted to why? I'm not sleepy. I'm telling you. Let's just try. Let's just. Alright, so it seems like I'm gonna try to sleep for the next hour or so, or I don't know. So, hope you guys liked my video. We will talk later. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I also have another channel called, I think Pink Fioni something. I showed you guys before. Remind me to, like, I don't know why I can't type here, but remind me to like write it in bold and just make like a video showing my Good Life YouTube channel and my Fioni YouTube channel, because you guys all need to also follow that, all 214 people. It's very important. Let's get all these three channels at 2000 by December, okay? So I'm gonna give it to me Moy to remind me to find out all my YouTube channels and then to just make a video about that, saying that you guys all need to follow that channel, okay? And if anybody knows how to raise numbers, let me know, because it's traumatic that Maddie's still eating half of India's food and she makes a living from eating. It's just awkward. It's gonna get to a point where I might do that, but I'm gonna turn into a big hippopotamus. So I'm going to sleep. Ciao.